ADIGO of the state police. And, you know, when I followed the proceedings on the floor of the House, the reps yesterday, and it was a unanimous vote. Over 270 of the 360 reps members across the country voted in support of the establishment of the state police. However, if you look at the procedures, it's really tedious. So when the Inspector General of Police said it could take 60 months to fully integrate the state police structure, I think when I saw those breakdown yesterday, I understood what it may see. We cannot set up this state police without revisiting the Constitution. So setting up the state police, without House of Reps approving it and moving it, the Senate also, you know, moving the motion, debating it, passing the bill, and then pushing it to the president to sign to make it law. Those are 4 stages. In fact, those are like the teething stage of the conversation. The State House of Assembly will still have to, you know, look into it and adopt it as well, domesticate it. Then the establishment of the same, the funding. If you look at the breakdown of the sharing formula for the FAC, a certain percentage of, I think about 52% or thereabout, goes to the federal government. Then 48% is being shared by both the states and the local governments. And of course, the 13% derivation to the oil-producing states. So it means that more money will have to be released to the state. Government will have to give more concession from their own 52%. Sometimes you look at certain departments and agencies in this country, and then look at the life of luxury that their MDs are living without doing anything. So I think those things will have to review. You know, I think at this point, the president will have to sit back and look at what he really needs to do. Beyond establishing the state police, the most important debate everyone is putting on is not even the independence of the state police, but the funding of the same. Because what you're basically doing is that you go into the Constitution, then you decentralize the central policing structure. It's almost saying that the Nigerian police force will cease to exist. That's the summary of what would happen. So the structure will still remain at the federal. You understand? It's just like we have INEC. Then we have CX, that's the State Independent Electoral Commissioners, exactly. So, commissions rather. So we'll also have the state policing that will be under the absolute control of the state governors. The funding, the recruitment, the structuring, the operations, the equipment, everything will be under the governors. That means you'll have to release more monies to the governors for the policing system in the state level to function. Because if you give AK-47s and ammunitions to police and you don't pay their salaries, and then you don't take care of their welfare, there will be another problem. That's an absolute invitation to anarchy. It's almost like you are bringing anarchy even closer to you. Do you understand? So those are the things we need to look into. But it's a major step. I'm also glad that on the floor of the Senate, it has gotten to the second reading. Hopefully, in the next 1 month, it should be on the table of Mr. President to ascend. And with the commitment that the President has shown, there seems to be willingness to do this real quick. And again, I have my problems. We shouldn't even be this long. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't start the state police conversation. It's been on for so many years. So many years. There's been argument and counter-argument around, oh, the governors will have control of it. They'll use it to hunt their political opponents. Oh, they'll do this, they'll do that. See, every major decision, you'll have to weigh the pros and the cons. And then you weigh which of the damages are more manageable. If keeping the people safe from Ekiti to Borno, from Plateau to Oyo, from Yobe to Niger State, if it means the governors using the police to hunt their opponents, will mean that the people will feel safe. At the end of the day, the governor will not be there forever. Right. You will not hunt your opponent forever, but the people will be safe forever. So it's a conversation that we need to be ideological about. See, emotions will have to be thrown out of the window. We'll have to look at how this thing can work, and I think it will work. Because see, no matter what the president says, Stephen, no matter how beautiful the infrastructure the president is building is, no matter how fantastic the hospitals are, no matter how good the university structures are, if the people don't feel safe, all of those structures are useless. Because you are building hospitals and roads. The people have to be alive to use those roads. Of course. You are doing Calabar Coastal this one. You are doing Sokoto to this one. The people have to be alive before they can use those things. Because the people have to be alive to pay tax for you to be able to finance those projects you want to do.
And so people have to be alive to use it.
Exactly. That's why the drafters of the Constitution didn't make mistake when they said the principal responsibility of every government at every level, including the federal, state, and local, is the safety and the welfare of the people. There's a reason the drafter said safety first. Because you need to you need to be alive to use hospital. You need to be alive to use road. You need to be alive to enjoy electricity. So the drafters didn't make a mistake. They said, keep the people safe first, then start doing other welfare packages for them. So if you misplace the priority of keeping them safe, and then you are building welfare for them, you've lost it as a government. So I really, really hope that the state police conversation would come into existence as quick as possible. Let the people feel safe, Stephen.